Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I am Mr. West, and I have the honor and the privilege to serve this class, this school, and this great community as Minnesota Regional Superintendent of Minnesota Math and Science Academy. This evening, I welcome each of our families, our friends, and our distinguished guests, and thank everyone for joining us today as we recognize this amazing accomplishment of each member of the class of 2024. I have the honor of introducing various speakers tonight, but before I begin, I would be remiss in my duties if I did not thank the various members of the graduation committee for their tireless efforts. I would like all individuals to stand who were part of the graduation committee and any connection to our senior class. Please stand. Give them a hand, folks, for their work, okay? Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My supreme thanks to everyone who took part in putting this show on tonight. So let's get the festivities started on time. It is with great pleasure for me to introduce our school board chairman, person, as well as a dynamic math teacher to the podium. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Jessica Cosgrove.
As the president of the school board for Minnesota Math and Science Academy, I have been given the opportunity to speak here today. My role on the school board is to help oversee the running of the school, look at the policies that are in place, and review the finances to make sure the school can stay open. This is a very important job and a necessary function for the running and success of the school. But I have another role at MMSA as well, that of a high school math teacher. It is through that role that I have gotten to know all of the wonderful young people that will be walking across the stage today. This year's graduating class has had a very different high school experience than most. In the spring of 2020, these students were in 8th grade taking normal classes, hanging out with their friends, and having a normal middle school experience. Many of them were attending MMSA and were in my math class. They were starting to think about what classes they were going to be taking and how much they were going to enjoy finally being in high school. Then, in March of that year, they had to deal with something that no one had to deal with before, the shutdown of schools due to COVID-19. They were able to finish their 8th grade year by completing assignments posted to Google Classroom with very little interaction with others. They were hoping that the next year would be different, but unfortunately, not a lot had changed. They were asked to log in to Zoom classes and were only able to talk to their classmates and teachers online. They had to take their very first classes as high school students at home. This made it harder for these students to succeed in their classes and learn everything that they needed to do and know to be successful in high school. Nevertheless, they persevered and worked hard to keep up with everything while at home. The following year, they were able to return to a somewhat normal year. There were still restrictions, but at least they were able to be at school in person and see their classmates and teachers again. Through all of this, they did their best and completed their classes. As they continued their high school journey, they started to attend field trips again, take part in activities during the school day, and some were able to join and take part in after-school activities. They made it to their senior year, to this day and to this moment. They are able to walk across this stage in a few minutes and receive their diplomas as high school graduates. As you sit here today listening to the speakers and performers and watch your child walk across the stage and accept their diploma, think about how much they have accomplished and how much they have had to go through to get here to this moment. You should be proud of each and every one of them. With that, let's get our graduates in here. It is with great pleasure that I welcome the graduating class of 2024. Please stand.
Mr. Dumont is part of the team that started Concept Schools 24 years ago in Ohio. Since then, he has held various administrative positions within the Concept Network and played a crucial role in Concept's growth and success. He's been leading Concept Schools as the president and CEO of the company since 2009. Mr. Dumont has been the president and CEO of the company since 2009. He has been a great mentor and a role model to many of the current administrators within the Concept Network. He holds a master's degree from Central Michigan University in Education Leadership with charter school emphasis. Mr. Dumont is married with five children. He enjoys reading, music, spending time with his family, basketball, and community service. Please join me in welcoming the CEO of Concept School, Mr. Dumont.
Thank you. I am saluting you with the best of greetings. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. For the record, my name is Xaflad Dumont, President and CEO of Concept Schools. I'm excited to be here, privileged to be here, an honor to be here, celebrating the success, joy, and excitement of class of 2024 of MMSA. Kudos to you. My journey with Concept Schools started back in 1999, the first time I came to the States to start Concept Schools with my colleagues. We started 2 schools only in Cleveland and Columbus of Ohio, from 2 schools to 34 schools in 25 years of time. If this is not blessing, nothing is blessing. And they are asking me about the secret to our success. I keep talking about one thing, which is us practicing gratitude, showing gratitude to the God who has created everything for us, who has been sending his blessings to us every single day. That's why I keep asking for great students like you, great staff like we have here at MMSA teaching every single day with dedication and commitment. I've been asking for great administrative staff, Mr. West and the principal, the rest of the crew, making things happen every single day. And the parents, we have them, thousands of them, in our network, in our 34 schools, and board members as well, and the community members. You know, I've been asking for it, and I get them back because of me showing gratitude and practicing gratitude. I'm gonna be asking you to do the same thing as well. Come back to your community as professionals, finish your college, whether 2 years or 4 years, come back as productive citizens and put yourself in service to others, starting with your family, your siblings, your community members, your relatives, your school, your teachers, everybody that you know of. It's important that you do it. Keep investing in yourself, add value to yourself. Improvement starts as soon as you step out of your comfort zone. Whoever's 2 days are equal to each other, that person is in a loss. I don't want to be a loser. I want to make sure my tomorrow is better than today. My 2 days from now is better than tomorrow and today. The third, always chase fulfillment, never happiness. Today you're having a fulfillment. You're going to graduate from college, another fulfillment. Your family will be another fulfillment. And you're going to have kids, hopefully, inshallah, in the near future, is going to be another fulfillment. You got it? All right. Thank you very much again. So you are stepping into a new chapter of your life and also embarking on different opportunities coming your way. Always turn them into reality. Class of 2024, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Dumont, for your words. On behalf of MMSA, I would like to thank Mr. Dumont and the entire school board for their commitment to providing our students and our staff with outstanding educational opportunities. Our MMSA students, staff, and community appreciate everything that you and the school board has done on behalf of our students. Now, our very first guest speaker is a former NBA athlete, an accomplished state, national, and international program turnaround specialist, and a keynote speaker. He turns failing youth programs into nationally recognized program. Willie uses his applicable skill set designed to aid in their decision-making process, resulting in a positive and desired outcome. Using these and other experiences, he has developed Project Safe Campus, a program that has been approved by the Justice Department, the FBI, Homeland Security, U.S. Secret Service, and the U.S. Department of Education, where he's worked with over 400,000 students in K-12 schools. I personally grew up watching Mr. Burton play basketball for the University of Minnesota, and I cheered for him, and the various NBA teams that he joined as a first-round pick. I think it was Miami, right? But he is clearly so much more than a basketball player. I am honored to have Willie speak to you for a bit. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Willie Burton.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. So what do you see before you? You see a 6'8", I hold NBA records, what a few players scored more than 50 points in an NBA game. But what you don't know about me is I'm one of the generation of first. I went to the same elementary school my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my father. My kids are the first generation not to go to that school. That happened because my parents put forth an effort, which you're in a position to do now. Whatever you do from here on out, your kids are going to be directly affected. Don't let anyone fool you or tell you anything different. You're going to be either put in one category or the other. My life was not easy. As I walk in here right now, I was a kid from an urban environment, poor individuals. I now teach here at the University of Minnesota in a class this big. So sports is just one aspect of my life. Education is better and bigger. I'm appointed by a governor. That has nothing to do with the basketball. I'm on the Pro Football Hall of Fame as a behavioral health intervention specialist. That has nothing to do with me playing basketball. I want you to do me one favor if you can, because I'm going to tell you the secret. Every educator in here, the staff, the teachers, the counselors, everyone in the school building, students, parents, I want you to give them a hand. Can you clap for them? Because see, that was my key out. Yeah, I could dribble a basketball. Yeah, I could shoot a basketball. But I also had to have the academics. And thanks to individuals like this at this level, the K-12 level, they gave me an educational foundation to when I decided to put the ball down, I went on and got my bachelor's degree. Then I returned and got my master's degree. Right now I'm at the University of Minnesota also. I have one course left to complete my coursework for my PhD. That has nothing to do with a basketball. So the education that you have received, young ladies and young gentlemen, you don't realize and won't realize necessarily right now. When they said to me, Mr. Burton, you have to do that over again. Mr. Burton, that's not good enough. I thought they were picking on me. But I returned to those schools and I thank them. Because not a lot of students get a chance to graduate. And again, if you are first generation, those parents have went through so many trials and tribulations to get you here to this point right now. Nothing is free that's worth anything. So if this is just the beginning for you, I have students in my class that look just like you do. And they come up to me and they say, Mr. Burton, I need your help. You know what I think about? Mr. Burton needed help. I dedicated my life to going back, giving back. I could be coaching in the NBA right now. I could be an elected official at the state capitol. I just got back from Washington, D.C. But my choice is to give what was given to me because the area I was in, I wasn't supposed to make it. We didn't have family. Everybody around me was on welfare. There was a lot of crime. So I wasn't supposed to make it. But thanks to the individuals like this that loaded me with information and pushed me out into the world, I literally could do anything I want to do. Anything. Go anywhere at any time. And I'm going to tell you this, and this should be a motivator to you. And I'm going to end with this. And this is specifically for the students that are graduating and students that are coming. I need you to hear this. If you don't like the house you live in, if you think you should have a better car, if you think you should have more money, that's what you're about to go do to put it into practice and put it into place. I had the blessing of my child telling me, Dad, don't buy me any more shoes. Because someone said to me this right here, what I'm saying to you now. You have the key to how they're going to live. You have the key to helping your parents. And, like he said, helping other family members in the community and returning like I did and we did to give back. Thank you.
I want to thank Mr. Burden. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, our final guest speaker is currently Chief Equity Officer of the Minnesota Department of Human Services. She is working hard to make MDH an anti-racist institution. Before joining DHS, she spent 24 years at Bethel University as a professor in the Biblical and Theology Studies Department. For the last 5 years, she also served as the community liaison to communities of color for the university's Office of Diversity. And prior to that, she held a variety of positions in youth ministry, healthcare, and education, and served as a consultant on anti-racism, equity, and diversity. I am honored to have her speak at our graduation for a second time. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Karen McKinney.
All right, you just heard him say I was a teacher for 24 years at a university. You all are making too much noise. Quiet down. I have no shame in asking you to do that. Okay, that's a little better. I want to thank Principal Vetch for inviting me to speak to you graduates. I want to talk to you today about using your voice and taking action. You're starting a new phase in your life, and I want to challenge you to elevate your voice and taking action. And I think symbols communicate, so I was looking for a symbol to represent you students for my talk. So I brought some fish. I hope you all can see there's some goldfish in here. And I just bought them before we came because I no longer have a fish tank. And to me, you students and people are like fish. So these fish represents the graduating class of the Minnesota Math and Science Academy. School, okay, it's getting loud again. Shh. School, okay, I lost my place. Okay. School is kind of an isolated environment. It's not quite the real world yet, but it's getting there. And see, you students are kind of like fish in that fish swim in schools. Have you ever watched a school of fish swim? Anybody watch a school of fish swim? Yeah, it's really, really interesting. See, because fish in schools stay together. And that's what you all do as students. You tend to stay together. And you find somebody that you're going to hang with, and you just kind of hang with them. And when you want to change directions, it's like in a school of fish, when they change direction, one or two fish start to go a different way, and then the other fish start to follow, and then pretty soon all the fish are swimming in this different direction. And you all do that too, except for the fish who don't get the memo. They keep going that way. And some of you do that same thing. You don't get the memo, and you keep going in another direction. Fish learn in schools. Okay, schools are places of learning, and that's why you've been there for the last 13 years. Any of you watch Finding Nemo? Fish learn in schools. And another thing is that the fishes on the edges of the school are vulnerable. See, because I've gone snorkeling, and I've watched a school of fish swimming, and on the edges, I mean, huge schools of fish. On the edges would be these real big fish that would dart in, these predator fish, and they would just grab one and just pretty much swallow it. And it was only the fish that were on the edges that were getting eaten up. And I think that same thing happens. You become vulnerable when you are on the edges of community. And another thing I learned when I was snorkeling is that fish have a voice. And I didn't know that some fish have a voice. It's not like our voice, nothing like that, but they can communicate with each other. And it's very interesting. Okay. They are not cooperating with me. Come on, fish. I got it. So this fish is kind of like water. Should have brought a paper towel. Can you all see it? You can see it, can't you? What's it doing? Is what? It's dying? It is dying. It's going like this. What? I can't hear you. Oh, it's definitely flipping around, but it's making that little, I can even hear it a little. What? Somebody said put it back in the water. Oh, it was him. I think it needs to be back in the water too. Yeah, I think it does. It absolutely does need to be back in the water. Do y'all think it needs to be back in the water? Oh, okay. So everybody in the community kind of thinks it needs to be back in the water. I absolutely agree with the community. I just told you I wanted to talk to you about using your voice and taking action. What was that? Put it back in the water. Using your voice and taking action. All right. The fish was dying. Any one of you could have saved it. Any one of you could have come up here and put it back in the water. So what stopped you? Is it the same thing that stops us from saving ourselves, from saving our peers, from saving the world? I was afraid you all were going to let that fish die. It was over 3 minutes that it was out of the tank. Yeah. Are you afraid of what others might think? After all, nobody else was getting up to put the fish back. It's easier to just sit here and blend in with the crowd. Conformity. You sit and watch. Who's hurting in your community? Do you sit and watch those who are hurting? Are you watching friends suffer? Do you just conform to the crowd? Any of your fellow graduates, you know they're not really prepared to be going out in the world, but nothing happened? You watched? I want you to recognize that people are also watching you. Do you fear taking a risk? Is that what stops you from saving the fish? You would have to be bold to get up here in front of everyone else and make a move to return the fish to the tank. You would have to be bold to confront the real tough issues that you and your peers face. You would have to be bold to confront the injustices in your communities and in your world. You might have to risk changing yourself to be the voice that's needed to role model. You might have to risk confronting anger and lack of responsibility if you try to hold people accountable for what's happening in our world. It's risky to raise your voice or to take action. Maybe you just didn't care. I mean, maybe it was just plain apathy. I mean, you can keep on sitting in your seat. Maybe you don't care if the fish dies. Maybe you're not that kind of environmental type of person. It's like, who cares? And perhaps you really don't care about your peers or about anyone who's hurting or suffering or dying in the world today. I mean, we got Palestine, we got Somalia, we got Sudan, we got Ukraine, just to name a few. We had a policeman die yesterday just from getting shot down in our own streets. But all that's not in front of you, so maybe you just don't care, and that's why you just sat there. Does tradition bind you to your chair? I mean, what is she doing with a fish anyway? This is not the usual thing. I don't usually come to graduations and have some lady up there with a fish. Let me just sit here like I usually do. See, tradition can prevent you from using your voice for yourself or for your friends or for even the world. Just continue to do what you always do. Don't question the practice, don't question values, hold to your narrow perspectives, just stay isolated, never touching anybody who looks different from you. Don't evaluate, just do what you've always done. See, these are the things that keep you sitting in your chair. Tradition, fear of taking a risk, lack of care and apathy, conformity, these stop us. You're entering, as he said, you're entering a new phase in your development. You're entering adulthood. And the world of adulthood so needs you, each one of you. We need your voice, we need your perspective, we need whatever it is that you can bring. We need to see and hear how you see things. And we need your actions so badly. You have insights and energy and passion, and the world needs that. The theme of Never Before, the class of 24, well, we need you like never before. Because the world is like never before. Use your voice. If you don't have one, develop one. Act in small ways and large ways. Let action be your hallmark. Don't be the ones who sit and watch the fish or our communities or our world die. Do justice. Change the world. Congratulations, class of 24.
Thank you so much. All right, speakers, y'all ready? All right. It is my distinct honor. I would ask that you folks hang in there. We're getting down to the end and the most important aspect of it. I'm about to introduce our student speakers, and I really would ask that you keep it down a little bit. As you all know, it's probably pretty challenging to stand in front of a group of people and speak, so please show them your love. There have been a number of students who were asked to write to get ready for a presentation, and we chose these two amazing young ladies of the senior class. So without further ado, Mrs. Star Adam, please come on up.
Testing, 1, 2. Is it working? Hello? Okay. Hello? There we go. Before I begin, can you all please quiet down? Thank you. Good afternoon, guests, parents, teachers, and faculty, as well as the exceptional class of 2024. As we gather here today, let us cherish our achievements. Let us acknowledge the profound significance of this moment after years of hard work, late nights, and the constant pursuit of knowledge. Today symbolizes the culmination of years and of unwavering dedication and relentless pursuit of excellence. Each of us has embarked on a personal journey, braving the storms of adversity. In challenging times, emerging stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Let's collectively reflect on the journey that brought us to this graduation day. Our high school years were anything but ordinary. From the unprecedented challenges posed by the global COVID pandemic to the relentless demand for academic rigor, we faced every challenge with grace, perseverance. Our freshman year unfolded in the digital world as a testament to our adaptability and resilience. Our sophomore year felt like a return to the real high school experience. Junior year was a relentless marathon of deadlines to meet, but we emerged with the strength of our morals to follow through with the little time that we had left. But amidst the trials, can you please quiet down? Thank you. But amidst the trials, tribulation, we became a tight-knit community, finding solace in each other's company. Our classmates became our confidants, allies, and lifelong friends. Together, we forged an unbreakable bond, united by shared experience, mutual respect, and an unwavering commitment to shaping a brighter tomorrow. Personally, I am indebted to Ikran Abdullahi Noor and Ikran Abdul Fattah Ahmed. Ikran Noor Ikran Noor, your constant smile, boundless kindness, and attentive ear have been a source of comfort and support in every situation, regardless of the circumstance. And to my dearest friend, Ikran Ahmed, thank you for 5 years of unwavering friendship, shared laughter, and unforgettable memories. To our unwavering support system, our families, whose unconditional love and unwavering support have been the cornerstone of our success. Our teachers, whose guidance, wisdom, and mentorship have illuminated the path to alignment, and our companionship, camaraderie, and unwavering solidarity have enriched our lives immeasurably, a debt of gratitude that can never be repaid. As we stand on the threshold of our new chapter in our lives, let us embrace the winds of change with open arms, because it is through the adversity that we discover our true strength. Let us cultivate a mindset to remain curious, because it is the key to unlocking doors of knowledge. Let us never stop the power of perseverance, because it is the fuel that propels us towards our dream, no matter how daunting they may seem. I would like to make an honorary mention of my mother, whose warm life, love, balanced wisdom, and support have guided me through this journey. هو أكون مهد علينا. I would like to extend the honorary mention to my Abti Mahmoud. Thank you also. As we reflect on our achievement, let us take pride in the fact that class of 2024 has amassed well over $3 million in scholarship. A testament to our collective brilliance and commitment to excellence. Class of 2024, as we venture forth into the great unknown, let us do so with our head up high, hearts filled with passion, and minds open to endless possibilities. Let us continue to grow and to evolve. Congratulations, my dear friends, on this momentous occasion. The future is filled with boundless opportunities, infinite possibilities, and untold adventures. Here's to class of 2024. We are the pioneers of tomorrow's future. Thank you.
You did a beautiful job. I know that was hard.
Give her another hand. Give her another hand. That was really. Well done. Well done. Our next student speaker, no need to elaborate too much. I'm just really proud of her. She did just a beautiful job at practice. So without further ado, Iqra Noor, please come on up and speak.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, teachers and proud parents and fellow 2024 graduates. It is with my great pride and passion that I stand before you today as we celebrate the ending of our journey at Minnesota Math and Science Academy. As we gather here on this important day, we are overwhelmed with a range of emotions, including happiness for the memories we have created and sadness for the friendships we will be leaving behind, and hope for the experience that awaits. Thank you for the support we have received. Today marks the ending of one chapter in our life and the start of another, as we prepare to embark on the next phase of our adventure. During our time at MMSA, we spent many hours poring over textbooks, working on group projects, and participating in lively discussions. We have been forced to think carefully, solve hard issues, and push the limits of our knowledge beyond the academic strictness. MMSA stands out for a strong feeling of community. From the friendships forged in the hallways to the relationships strengthened on the playfield, we have built an intimate community that has always supported and boosted one another. Whether it was staying up late to memorize a poem from Mr. Wolf, or studying for one of Mr. G's stressful exams. or cheering one another at a basketball competition, or just providing a shoulder to rely on during difficult times. We have continuously shown that we are stronger together. As we prepare to leave the familiar hallways of MMSA and head out into the world, we take with us the lessons we have learned and the values that we will cherish at this incredible school. We have the information, skills, and confidence to follow our goals and positively affect the world around us. Everyone has that special person in their life, whether it is a certain person or a group of people, and those people should be recognized. First and foremost, I wanted to thank my lovely parents for all the early mornings they woke up to drive me to school, and to all the motivating pep talks they shared with me. I would also like to thank my little sister Marian and my older brother Umar. For all the help, for helping me through the difficult times. I would also like to mention my three best friends, Mariam, Miski, and Asma. for their help and lovely support. Finally and importantly, I wanted to thank Esther. I consider her part of family. It was these people who made my senior year a blast and worth looking forward to. As we look ahead, let us remember the people and situations that have helped us develop into the people we are today. Let us cherish the memories we have made together and maintain the friendships that will last a lifetime. And let us never forget the values of honesty, determination, and compassion that have led us on to this journey. Class of 2024, as we stand at the verge of a new beginning, let us face the difficulties and possibilities that awaits us with loyalty and bravery. Let us keep working for excellence in whatever we do and never forget the principles that have brought us together as a community. Congratulations, graduates. The world awaits us, and I am confident to say we'll make MMSA proud. Thank you.
Nice job. Nice job.
Okay, last short speech, I promise. Good evening, graduates. It's my privilege to honor to serve as your principal. After tonight, you will be asked repeatedly, what are you going to do now that you're graduating? Some of you will say, I'm going to college or community college or trade school, or you're entering the workforce. But tonight I want to ask you a different question. Who will you become? Will you become a person of strong moral character, lighting the way for others and having a positive influence on their futures? Will you become a compassionate leader and community member, making a positive influence on your community and family? Will you become resilient, showing others that reward is worth the struggle and the sweat? Will you become a person that's uniquely amazing, leaving your legacy by making a difference in this world? You will become, who you become will give your life more meaning and fulfillment because it starts with an internal flame based on who you are. In closing, I would like to congratulate each of you on your incredible achievement. You should be very proud of yourself and your accomplishments. Remember to work hard. Take pride in who you are and what you do, and be guided by the morals and ethics that you have learned from your teachers, parents, and community. I wish you all the most fulfilling and successful lives, and whoever you become, be the best you can be. Congratulations, class of 2024.
So before we get started with the most important aspect, we do have one other speaker. His kid, child, was sick, but he did make it here, so I do appreciate it. The state representative, Hussein, represents District 65A in St. Paul, covering the Frogtown, Summit University, and portions of Midwest and Northeast communities. Representative Hussein has lived in the same St. Paul neighborhood since immigrating to the United States at age 14. He is the first Somali American politician from St. Paul elected to the Minnesota legislature. He's no stranger to local politics and civic responsibility, and says he was inspired to run for public office by his 93-year-old father, who never missed an election. In the Minnesota House of Representatives, as a first-term member, he is the vice chair of the Legacy Finance Committee. He serves on the Capital Investment. He serves on the Housing, Finance, and Policy. He serves on the Labor and Industry. He serves on the Finance and Policy Committees, all of them. My goodness, man. He is dedicated to working with colleagues at the legislature to provide and prioritize Minnesotans and ensure everyone has the tools they need to thrive in Minnesota. Please join me in welcoming Representative Hussein.
Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate it. Assalamu alaikum. Si fiican niima maqlo. Salaamu calaykum. Sidee tihiin? luuqadeenna marnaba inaan ka cararna maaha soo maa horaa waxaa loo yidhi aqooni la'aani waa knowledge is power. One more time. Knowledge is? All right. My name is Representative Samakab Hussein, and I'm honored to be here with you all. And I want to say congratulations, all of you. But today, I did not only get invited from the school, but I got invited someone that's very special to me. She worked on my campaign. Since she was 14 years old. And you know who's that? Isra Ali Boss. She reached out to my office, she found out, and she figured it out, and she was like, I wanted this representative to be here because it's special for me. I'm not graduating, but I want to make sure that you share with the rest of those kids that are graduating, and that's very, very special to me. Thank you, Yusra. I just want to say congratulations, and I want to say teachers are the pillar for our society. Make sure we claps for our teachers who's been working with you day and night to make sure that you graduate. All right. I want to also, the principal, the dean, and family, mom and dad, you are the champion as well because those kids will never graduate if you're not pushing them and making sure that they have a food on the table. Mom and dad, we thank you for all you do. You graduated from senior high school, right? Not yet. So I would like to highlight North Star Promising Act, which I worked on it, me and my colleague, for the last 2 years to make sure that the state of Minnesota has a free college for 4 years for those people that make less than $80,000 so we can make your dream come true. Please take the advantage, and I want to thank you and congratulations. Please keep your head up. Make sure you have, listen to your teachers. Make sure you have friends, close friends, the people that can advise you. Because the way I become a successful, I was very close to my principal. I was very close to my teachers until right now. I'm very close to my mom and dad. My mom passed away. She'll be proud to see me graduated and being elected in office. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Mr. West, and to all the members of the school board, it gives me great pleasure to certify to you that all students receiving diplomas today have met all the requirements for graduation as established by the state of Minnesota and Minnesota Math and Science Academy. I now welcome our Dean of Students, Mr. Jama, to begin the presentation of diplomas.
All right, you ready? As our high school Dean of Students, I am pleased to begin announcing the names of our senior graduates. First row, please stand. Khadra Rashid Abdi. Roman Mahad Abdisalam. Esther Ali Aden. Ekran Abdul Fattah Ahmed. Khalid Abdul Karim Ahmed. Sundus Adam Ahmed. Ayan Farah Aidid. Ismail Abdurazak Ali Boss. Farhan Ali Abdi. Adna Abdiwali Elmi. Mohammed Aden Hassan. Maryam Ahmed Ibrahim. Luqman Hirsi Liban. Sami Mohammed Mire. Abdurrahman Abdullahi Mohammed. Aisha Omar Mohammed. Ali Nuruddin Mohammed. Mahmoud Mukhtar Mohammed. Suhaib Saeed Mohammed. Yasser Abdurrahman Mohammed. Tasnima Mustafa. Ekran Abdullahi Noor. Ayan Abdullahi Umar. Asma Abdullahi Saeed. جمعالة عبدي سعيد. عبد الكريم إبراهيم يونس. أنيسة عبد الله يوسف. As we are nearing the end of our graduation ceremony, we ask that all guests remain seated while our graduates exit the auditorium using the aisles. Once all graduates have exited, you may then go meet them in the lobby area. maadaama ay ku dowdahay gabgaba xaflada qalinjabinta waxaan ka codsanayaa dhammaan martida inaad fadhiistaan inta ay ardaydiina ka baxan hoolka iyagoo isticmaalayaan dariiqyada marka dhammaan ardayda qalinjabisa ay baxaan waxaa aadi kartiin laabiga. Thank you.
All right, we're almost. I just need one last piece. Will all the graduates please rise? It is a long-standing tradition that after receiving a diploma, the cap tassel is shifted from the right side to the left side of the cap. This signifies to all the completion of the diploma. Graduates, please move your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, in our community, I present to you the graduating class of Minnesota Math and Science Academy 2024.